came across a drifting ship. I took a look inside. I found a note that someone wrote that said, take her for a ride. I set a course for sights unseen, went out to open sea. To my surprise, a bunch of sailors joined along with me. Now we're sailing on the mystery ship, and all the sailors here are really hip. There isn't any cost of membership. All you gotta do is join our trip. Yeah, I'm the captain of the mystery ship, and I'm a-calling all aboard this ship. I'm really hoping that you'll enjoy it up on the mystery ship. So bring a friend and come along with us aboard the mystery ship.
Well, good evening, my friends. Let me get my mic to the right level here. And let's knock down those waves. And Wilma, we know she's out there somewhere. How you doing this fine evening, people? How goes the battle? It is your brother Zoe, returning once again this Wednesday night. It was a cooker today here in Southern Oregon. It is my pleasure to welcome you aboard the mystery ship, where it is a mystery that I ever get started each and every Wednesday. Here I am already 13 minutes late, thanks to at least 7 minutes from Rumble. The rest, well, I work a lot. I got home just like 5 minutes before I was supposed to go on the air. I had to take a shower. You can at least give me time to take a shower. I'm fresh for you. I'm fresh as a daisy. Smell. That's good. It's nice. Holy smokes. I look over and Gloria is roaring in a ninjakini. Thank you, dear. Thank you, my dear. The support for this program is just amazing. The wonderful people that watch this program are just amazing. And we're going to wander around the different platforms saying some hellos to the wonderful people who do hang out there, because they matter. They matter to me. Truly they do. I'm seeing our Charlie. Look at this. Daniel NLN. Let me turn you blue, brother. Outstanding. Looking fresh. Yes, and I smell fresh. Fresh as a daisy. Good to see you, buddy. Good to have you aboard. Our Charlie, how you doing over there at YouTube? Nice to have you. Nice to have you there. It says one person is watching at Rumble. That's good enough for me. I'll bet it will improve as time goes on. It always has a way of doing that. Sounds like the air conditioner is hitting my microphone. I better make an adjustment there. How about over at Pilled Foxhole, where there is no shortage of sailors there, and a particularly good-looking bunch, if I don't mind saying so myself. LT, how are you doing, my man? Got your email. Thank you kindly. Willie Fix-It in the house. Crazy Chuck with a K. I got that info, buddy. I got that info. The Texan, my brother. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Revenjo Deutsche. It's got to be part of a song or something. There's just That's a rock star name, Revenjo Deutsche. I like it. Girl Patriot, how are you doing, my friend? Wonderful to see your smiling face out there amongst all of the sailors. Let's see who else could be hanging out here. Yes. Oh, there's me saying I'm waiting on the Rumble stream key. Okay. Well, we waited and we got it eventually. Eventually. Wonderful. Stream connected. There we are. So now I'm caught up to just about real time. I'm seeing Prayer Warrior Girl. How are you doing, darling? Wonderful to have you aboard. Plain Truth is with us. My dear brother, Double D. Due diligence. How you doing, my man? Great to have you with us. Plain Truth, I just love what you did with that sticker, dude. I'm just flattered as all hell. I love it. I love it. I use it all the time. Use it all the time. Well, that is wonderful. Let's just take, just in case, we'll take a peek at Twitch. Hello, Twitchers. Just in case somebody shows up over there. Just in case. My little sister went to school with a boy who was named Justin Case. His parents must have been old hippies or something. Crazy. I went to school with a girl named Lacey Twining. Lacey Twining. Crazy. All right, to the home of the champions we go. Yes. Here they are, folks, the champions. D-Live. They're currently wearing the crown, and they wear it proudly. They don't stick it in anybody's nose. They just kind of hold their nose slightly up in the air and with an air of defiance walk around the platform. How are you doing over there, people? Lynn Winters, I see. Bad Zoot in the house. My brother, the Spudley. Only Spuds. The curator of Only Spuds is with us this evening. Artist61. Steph, what are you doing? Great to see you. My brother, Val Kimber. Val, I saw that you shut down your show to come over here. That is one hell of a gesture, my good man. Freaking love you, brother. Sleeping Stars is with us. Jayla17, who clued me in on her. I mentioned that we were praying for Jayla's job situation. I didn't really know the full gist of it. Jayla had a job for over 30 years. And one day she showed up to work and they said, "Oh, we're sorry. Your job's been eliminated. By the way, give us all your stuff. Get out of here now. We want your keys. We want everything. Goodbye." That is just, that just really, really got to me. Got to me the wrong way. We love you around here, sister. Gloria Paddock, what are you doing, darling? Wonderful to see your smiling face. We have got a great bunch of sailors hanging out. Am I seeing Kate? Did I miss Kate? Maybe she's sweeping. She's sweeping. Did I miss her? Anyway, I'll keep my eye open. I'll keep my eye open for her. Did Justin Case have a cousin named Broken Rubber? Asks Sheeple Beware. That Sheeple. He is one of a kind. God broke the mold on that gentleman. Did I see Kitty? Is Kitty not here? I don't see Kitty. She'll probably show up eventually. Anyway, wonderful to have all y'all. Tiger 101, all y'all, by the way, is plural possessive if you are a Texan. That means everybody in the room, all y'all. Yes, Porpoiseful is now with us. Good to see you. How's it going? And Bender to No One. Well, impeach them all? Really? We got some great sailors hanging out with us tonight. One last peek over at YouTube, just in case. Just in case. See? Just in case. I can't help. I keep bringing the guy up. All right. There we go. There we go. Folks, before we get too deep into this show, you know that one thing I like to do Sunday nights is say a prayer for those who are in need. And And this one is hurting me. I'm not perfect. I make notes, okay? Pray for this person, pray for that person. Somebody I really, really meant to ask us to pray for was our dear sister Linda Love. Her mother had been involved in a really critical car accident, and she had been in ICU for the last week. And we learned just today that our dear sister, this is Linda Love right here. This is Linda Love. Those of you who are, quite frankly, followers, you know Linda Love. She is she's the girl. She's the girl in the parachute. While she's parachuting, she says, "Quite frankly," I mean, she's a little firecracker. Let me show you. Let me show you, because on my very first cross country run, at this point I had been hanging out in the Quite Frankly chat for, I think, about 2 years. And the very first time I announced to the chat over there that I was going to be doing this run, I didn't even have a show yet. I didn't even have a YouTube channel yet. But I was telling everybody in the Quite Frankly chat, hey, I'm going to go around the country, and I would love to meet as many of you as possible. Linda reached out to me. She says, when you get up to Massachusetts, you come look me up. And I did. And what a sweetheart of a gal. Just an absolute sweetheart of a gal. This is her. This is old Linda Love right here. She's a little firecracker. Just filled with joy. And a diehard, frankly. She is a die-hard, Quite Frankly, girl. I took her for a ride on the motorcycle. She gave me a clip for the Quite Frankly collage that I put together. Just a rock star. We learned today that Linda's mom succumbed to her injuries and passed away earlier today. So I really want to ask all of us to pray for Linda and for Linda's family, that they may know peace. I know that losing a family member, particularly a mother for a girl and a father for a boy, these seem to be very, very difficult things. I know she's going to be hurting. Please, if you would, I ask you to keep Linda Love and her family in your prayers. While I'm at it, I really meant to add her to Sunday night's prayer list. I had every intention of doing it. I had it on a different set of notes that I left in the house, so I muffed that one up. I did speak with Cherie Maddox yesterday, another long time viewer of this program right here. She has one of the original shirts. She has been caring for her husband David for going on like 4 years that he has been battling cancer. And although they've had some phenomenal results, David is he's losing a lot of weight. He's lost 10 pounds in the last 2 weeks. Cherie, I ran into her last night. She said, Zoe, will you please ask the family to pray for David? So I'm doing that just now. Well, folks, if you would please keep David Maddox in your prayers as he continues to battle cancer. It is it's a very difficult challenge. They have been steadfast in their support of one another. Cherie has exhausted every means possible to take care of her man, and my hat is off to her. I met them. I stayed at their house. She cooked me a wonderful dinner. I met Cherie up on January 6th. So, dear friends, and another family in need of prayer, please keep them in your prayers, would you? I do have some good news, okay? I have some wonderful news. And that is this right here. That is this right here. tomorrow, excuse me, not tomorrow, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern is the cutoff. Tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern is the cutoff. You know where I'm going, people. You know where I'm going. Yes, I'm talking about my daughter. I can't help myself. I cannot help myself. Okay? This is my daughter. She has a chance to be on the front cover of Health and Fitness magazine. If she is selected, she will win $20,000. This is a 33-year-old single mother who is busting her ass to raise my grandson by herself. Her worthless, I don't want to say negative things. I don't want to put negative things out into the air. She's not receiving any help from the father. Okay, so although I wish him well, I really want my daughter to succeed. This is a once in a lifetime chance. You can vote for her. Okay, anybody can vote, and the thing is, on Wednesday nights, your votes count twice. Your votes count twice. So that means 9 p.m., and it's not Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. 9 p.m. Pacific. So here it is, 7:30. We have an hour and a half left to vote for my daughter. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Control A, Control C. Here we go. I'm dropping the link in the chat. Folks, it takes half a second. I was wrong. It's 9 p.m. Pacific. 9 p.m. Pacific is the cutoff. She was in the top 50, okay? They took the top 10, then they went to the top 25. She made it. They made it to the top, this week, it's the top 10. At 9 o'clock, only the top 5 advanced to the finals. You can see she is in third place. She's in third place. So, here is your chance. Here's your chance to help your brother Zoe out, if you would. Help him out, if you would. I'm dropping the link in all of the chats. It doesn't cost you a penny. Let me explain something. When you go to this site and they ask you to vote, they need to verify that you're a real human being. If you have a Facebook account, which I do not, that's one way of verifying that you're a real human being. The other way is they ask you to enter a credit card or a debit card. It doesn't cost any money, okay? It doesn't cost any money. The reason that they ask you that is that lower down on the page, they also do offer you the opportunity to buy votes. Now, I'm not asking anybody to buy votes, but they do use your card just to verify that you are a real human being. Then you can vote. Zero money. No money is charged to your card. Nothing. It costs you nothing. When I say that, I really mean it. It would mean the world to me if you could vote for my daughter. This is at 9 o'clock tonight. The top 5 move on, and that's it. I mean, by this time next week, we're going to know who the winner is. And I'm really kind of hoping it could be my daughter. It would be a wonderful, wonderful thing if that happens. So if you have 30 seconds to go vote for her, please do, because tonight's votes are 2 votes. Wednesday night is double votes. You vote once, she gets 2 votes. All right, that's that. Thank you, everyone. I know many of you have been voting all along every day for her, and I thank you. I thank you from the bottom. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means the world. The kid's giving it a run. She is giving it a run, and I'm very excited. Very, very excited for her. How do you like my new shirt? How do you like this? I got that at quitefrankly.tv. I love it. He's even got bloodshot eyes, and I don't really think I bet you can count the doobies that Frank has ever smoked in his life on one hand, okay? Guy's a sports buff. What the hell? He's a workout guy. He's a personal trainer. Was a personal trainer for years. I just don't see him as a stoner. But I love the picture. I'd love to have a picture like that. If somebody drew something like that of me, I would be ecstatic. I mean, it's pretty freaking cool. I had to have it. Had to have it. All right, moving right along. We are now in the waning moments, people. By the time, no, not by the time my next show airs, but the day that my next show airs, Mrs. Zoe is coming home. Let's get caught up on where she is. Let's go over here to Finding Penguins. Find Penguins. Find Penguins. And see what Mrs. Zoe is up to. When we last left our hero, she had just arrived back in Portugal. As you know, as I've shared a number of times, Mrs. Zoe is a very, very energetic woman. And thank God that she likes to hike and she likes to walk, because those are two things that I am just, if it doesn't have a throttle on them, no, not interested. Not interested. So if I went for a 5-mile hike, I would come home and my back would be killing me, my ankle would be killing me, my knees would be killing me. I've worked very hard my whole life. My body is worn out. But her body is a sprite little bundle of energy, and she is over in Portugal right now with a hiking group. They hiked over 200 kilometers from deep in Portugal all the way up into Spain. They made it to the cathedral that St. James, yes, that St. James, Peter, Jesus's little brother, is buried in. And after spending a couple of days, I think, in Spain, they took a bus all the way back to where they came, a little place called Porto, Portugal. And she has been hanging out in Porto. Let's see what it is. Oh, look at me. I'm not even on camera. Let's see what it is that Mrs. Zoe has been up to lately. Let's see what she's been doing. All right. Faces on the Camino. Bingo. Let's go here. All right. Now I need to shrink this. How do I do that? I do it like this. Yeah, okay. I can do it like that. There we go. Now I just need to adjust the page over here so it is centered. All right. Yes. Look at these. This is Portugal, people. Look at the old roads. Look at 5-6-story buildings with old stores on the ground. It is. It's so European. It is so very European. This is the inside of a church of some kind that she went to. Whoops. Again, let me go over here and adjust this slightly. There we go. There, I just want you to get the full effect. Want you to have the full effect. Okay? There you go. Oh, come on. There we go. This is the inside of, I guess, a train station. I guess they've been taking a train here and there all around hither and yon. Come on. There we go. I love the colors of the homes over there. Look at this green, this screaming orange, the yellow, mellow yellow. It's crazy. It's so vastly different. Now this I like. This statue I like. You got this old guy, right? You got this old guy grasping a young naked woman. I just have to ask. Is there anything wrong with that? I'm actually contemplating having that statue recreated and putting it in the middle of a fountain in my yard. Kind of like Jeff Green used to do, or Tim Green. What was his name? The guy who made statues of his mom and dad in certain positions and adorned his dad's front lawn with them, and his dad came out with a sledgehammer and destroyed everything. Remember Tim Green? Anyway, back to Mrs. Zoe. That looks a lot like, I must admit, I mean, I don't really share family secrets, but that looks a lot like Mrs. Zoe right there. I'm just saying. Just saying. There's a McDonald's. I hope to God she didn't go there. I'm really hoping she didn't go there. This is the cable cars over there. Look at the cobblestone streets. It is so very old. I need to ask her when she gets back, what is this fascination with knockers? I mean, I thought I had a fascination with knockers. Holy crap. All right. This is more of Portugal. There's Mrs. Zoe right there. She has had a lovely time. She really has. She is there by the sea, taking in all of these wonderful places. I mean, the architecture over there is just, it's really breathtaking. I'm very happy for her. This has been a big moment for her. And I'm happy. I'm happy that she got to share that experience with her friend. The two of them, I can't remember the last time I have seen Mrs. Zoe smile that much for so long in a bunch of photos. So good for her. Good for me. She comes home on Friday. Did I tell you about Friday? Does anybody know what Friday is? I'm going to give you 15 guesses, and 14 of them don't count. Okay? This coming Friday, people, this coming Friday is going to be your brother Zoe's 500th episode. Yes, the 500th sailing of the mystery ship. And that night, it's going to be an entire night of giveaways. I have all kinds of great stuff to give away. It starts at 7 p.m. Pacific time. 7 p.m. Pacific. You can catch it on YouTube, on Twitch, on DLive, on Rumble, and of course, at the home of free speech in America, Pilled Foxhole. What will I be giving away that night? Well, I've shown them about 15 times, but one more time for those of you who might be new in the audience. Yes, I will be giving away mystery ship clocks. Mystery ship clocks. Very cool. They look just like this one right here. A very nice feature. A good, nice thing to have hanging on your wall. You would love one of those. I've got mystery ship hats. I've got a bunch of trucker hats to give away. I have these lovely bags. Yes, these lovely mystery ship bags. They are enormous, so big you can put your head in. You can wear it. You pretend you're the Pope. Okay? There's a name for that hat that he wears. I know the name of the hat that he wears. What the hell is the name of it? I know the name of the Pope's hat. It's somewhere deep in the gray matter. Anyway, you could win one of these. I have several to give away. You could win one of these luxurious mystery ship pillows. I mean, they are so comfy, 100% American made, lovely cotton, probably from the state of Texas, soft and cushy for your tushy. Imagine one of these sitting on your living room couch. In fact, I should send one to Frank to put on the couch in the Quite Frankly studio. Maybe I'll do that. But the nice thing about it, you know my mascot, Duska. Everyone knows Duska. Well, Duska is on the backside. So what you do is when your mother-in-law comes to visit, you know, she can boldly see this, and when it's time for her to go, you just turn the pillow around, and Duska will let her know, or any of your guests, it's time to go. This is a must-have prize. Must-have. Last but not least, I've got some wonderful mugs to give away. I do have a small portion of the original Mambo mug. Yes, your brother Zoe, on January 6th, went to a certain place back east to see an aspiring politician do his thing. I hung out with a bunch of foxholders, Red Pill 78, Season Pixels, 412 Anon, Brad CGZ, Craig Mason, and yeah, that dirty Zoso dude guy. We had this picture taken for all time, for posterity's sake. I made a commemorative mug out of it, sent it to all the boys. They all love it. It has the Mystery Ship logo on the other side. This is the biggest damn mug you've ever seen. It is 20 ounces. It's huge. You can use it for chili. You can use it for ice cream. You can use it for soup. It is so big, I can put my ginormous hand inside of it. That's how freaking big this thing is. Now, in case you're not lucky enough to win one of these, I do have, special for the occasion, 10 of these to give away. It says Zoso's 500th. I was there. I was there. That's even my handwriting, okay? And there's a picture of yours truly on the other side. This is a nice mug. This is 15 ounces, but it's way bigger than your standard coffee cup, okay? This is a good, you can get 3 fingers in it. Back in the day, if I got a 3-finger, never mind. It's sexy. You could win one of these. So Friday night, please, I'm imploring you to be there and win. Come and win some of Zoso's goodies, okay? That's what I'm inviting you to do. Come and win some of Zoso's goodies Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be a good time. It really is going to be a good time, and I hope you will be there. If you're not, you only have yourself to blame. Bad Zoot. I see her. Syllabore is offended. Amethyst's cat is offended. Well, nothing happens. Nothing. You don't get boils or anything. You won't grow any carbuncles when you get offended. Nothing happens. Anyway, I'm so very glad you're here. Thank you for being with me on the Mystery Ship. We will return immediately after this short video. This is a chance for you to run and do that voodoo that you do. Take the dog outside, maybe sneak out back, have a ciggy, whatever it is that you do, to have a gaping zarge even. This is your chance. This is your chance. We'll be back immediately following this. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me on the Mystery Ship. Oh. Man, you know what's always better? You know what's always better? When the dummy turns the volume on. Here we go. Try it again. Why do we sail upon the Mystery Ship? 'Cause we never know where we'll go next. You know, it's at this time I always like to take a second to thank the wonderful people who support this show in whatever means you see possible. There are wonderful people out there who donate rock star badges to one another or first mate badges to one another. That's always wonderful to see, and it does help the program. There are people who donate gold pills and people who donate lemons, like there's a lemon tree on every corner. I greatly, greatly appreciate all of you for supporting this program. I get surprises in my Cash App. I get surprises in my PayPal. You people are wonderful. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do. But truthfully, one of the best ways that you could ever help this fledgling little show get wings and fly would be to simply tell a friend about it. Maybe hanging around the water cooler at work or talking to the neighbor next door. Hey, there's this crazy biker guy that you ought to watch. Sharing is how the little show grows. And I really appreciate each and every one of you who come and hang out with me. It is my pleasure to welcome you aboard the mystery ship. Look at this. This room is filled with things that people have sent me, and it means the world to me. You people are my extended family, and I freaking love you. In about 3 weeks, I think I have it narrowed down, despite Pacific Power trying to ruin my day. I still don't have live power at my building. I was supposed to get it yesterday. Then they said today. It didn't happen. They're saying possibly tomorrow. I'm this close. I'm this close to leaving. We had our last meeting with the architect and the owner and the contractors today and talked about the turnover. The television people have been there. They did a story on the building and how it is going to be a wonderful thing for the community. So, everything's falling into place. I just have a handful of things more to complete and then my final inspections. And then, folks, I am jumping on that freaking hog. And I'm not stopping until I get to Key West, Florida. I want to get as far away from here as I could possibly be and still be in the United States and have a freaking hurricane. I want to pretend it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I am going to roll the power on. I'm really, really looking forward. This is my fifth trip around the U.S. I take a different road every time. I'm going to be heading due north up into Washington to see some people I've never seen before, Sleeping Stars and her hot dogs. I'm going to see those. I'm going to get around to see just about as many people as I can. If you would like to meet up with me, I encourage you, drop me an email. Drop me an email. Zosodude. There's no 77. There's no Brothers O. It's Zosodude at protonmail.com. Zosodude at protonmail.com and say, Zo, when you get through Quaffenberg, Pennsylvania, I'll be right there. Come and see me. I would love to meet up with as many of you as possible. I would love to put you in the videos that I make of all the sailors, either wearing shirts or just hanging out with me. Getting to meet each and every one of you it's a treat. I swear to God, Jayla, I would really like to come up and shake your hand. That would be awesome. That would be awesome when I get up into the nether regions of that beautiful state of New York. Everyone thinks of New York. When they think of New York, they think of like Times Square and, Broadway and all of, New York is really, upstate New York is just flat out freaking gorgeous. Up by the Finger Lakes, up by Buffalo, all that whole area. Really a beautiful, beautiful place. So, anyway, I'm going to come around. Zosodude at protonmail.com. Send me an invite. I'll come see you. I will. So, as you know, this is a topical program. Your brother Zoe likes to delve into the unknown, the unusual, the things that you just don't find on every street corner. And today, I was thinking about something. I was thinking about something that made me have a deja vu. And I thought to myself, gosh darn it, that's a subject I have never broached on the mystery ship, deja vu. That's why I named the program tonight. It is Vuja-De. It never happened to me before because we've never discussed deja vu on this program. But deja vu is, it's bizarre. I personally have had at least a dozen times in my life where I was in a given place, a given situation. Sometimes it's been a place that I know I have never been before. Other times, it's in a very familiar locale. But whatever it is I'm doing something and then I stop for a second and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've seen this before. It is most unusual to experience something and then stop for a second, take a deep breath, and swear to yourself, oh my God, was I here before? Did I really do this? One of the times that I experienced a deja vu moment, I remember it. I mean, I remember this. I can't remember the exact details, what it was. But in my deja vu experience, I was someplace and I had misplaced something. And I couldn't remember where it was. And then, no kidding, I had this deja vu moment, and I walked right over, and I pulled something away from the wall, and there it was, the precise item I was looking for, as if I had put it there in some distant memory. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. All I know is, when deja vu happens to you, it is a very bizarre feeling. I laughed for years at Shirley MacLaine when she used to say, and this is, I mean, back in the 70s, oh, I had a past life. I was this in a previous life, and I was that in a previous life. And I used to think, this woman is just freaking batshit crazy. I've changed my feelings on that. Now, I don't personally. I've never done any kind of, hypnotherapy or past life regression therapies or anything like that. I know people who have, and I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying. I guess what I am saying is I'm not saying it's not possible anymore. I don't know about Shirley MacLaine, but I do know that it is possible that this life as we know it, this existence, boy, you want to piss me off, refer to this existence that we're here in, refer to it as a realm. That's fighting words for me. This is not a realm, okay? This isn't a video game. I'm sorry. This is real life. But who's to say that on our mission to perfection, as we live our lives, supposedly we get wiser and wiser. Hopefully we get wiser. One of the best things you can do for yourself is learn from, not only from your own mistakes, but by God, learning by watching somebody else do a doozy sure is a way to say, man, I'm never doing that. We're all supposed to get wiser as we get older. And who is to say? Who is to say that we haven't, who's to say we haven't lived lives before? Just because we can't remember them. I mean, what if being sent to the earth is like, you know, all those parachute jumpers, you see them in the army, and they're all running, they got their little hook on the string, and they're all running down the fuselage, and then they jump out one after another, and the parachute over. Who says that we're not jumping out of a chute over and over and over again? It's a different kind of chute, granted, but I gotta say, my thoughts have changed. Who the hell am I to say it isn't possible? I did a little research into deja vu, and I found some unusual things. I learned a few things, and I just wanted to share them with you because deja vu it's a bizarre experience for anybody. If you have had an experience of deja vu, I invite you, put an X in the chat right now. I want to see how many of you have had a deja vu moment where you did something and all of a sudden you stopped and said, wait a minute. I swear I've either did that in a dream, or you had a distinct feeling that you had done that previously. If you've experienced a deja vu moment, put an X in the chat. I just want to see if I'm all okay. All right, good. There are people out there saying, absolutely, it has happened to me. Tashi, good to see you. How's it going, my friend? Oh, yeah. We got him over at Pilled Foxhole, Purple Pixie, Ginger 45. How about over at Rumble? We got anybody rumbling over there? We got people rumbling, but nobody's saying a word. Cat got your tongue? Duska, did you do anything to the Rumble people tonight? How about at YouTube? Oh, look, we have had deja vu moment. CB's daughter, how are you doing, little lady? I'm coming to see you, darling. I am coming to see you. I leave on the 24th. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I'm going around the country. We'll be in touch. We will be in touch. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. We've got YouTubers saying they've experienced deja vu. So the term deja vu, clearly it's French. Parlez-vous français? I don't, but I can fake it with the best of them. I found this one article. It says deja vu is a sense of having already seen something you're currently seeing or experiencing, coupled with knowing you haven't actually seen it. That's what's so weird about it. For a split second, you say, wait a minute, I did this before. And then all of a sudden, something slaps you upside the head and you say to yourself, no, I don't. I don't remember doing it before, but it seems so familiar. It is so bizarre. It is so bizarre. It is thought to be the equivalent of a small brain glitch, like a glitch in your own matrix, with two streams of thought colliding. The phrase literally translated from the French means already seen. Now, let's see. It is an incredibly common experience. Something upwards of 97% of people are thought to have experienced deja vu at least once, with more than 2/3 of people experiencing it with some regularity. Girl Patriot says, she put an X and says, I got married for the second time. That would be Vuja-De. No. Oh, boy. Now, St. Augustine. Wasn't he the one that got shot with all the arrows? Or am I getting my saints mixed up? Wait, isn't he the one who was shot with millions of arrows? How did Saint Augustine die? No, I have the wrong saint. I have the wrong saint. Sorry. Hey, I don't get them all right. I'm the first to admit it. I learn something every day, especially when I'm wrong. St. Augustine, an ancient philosopher, first referred to the concept of deja vu. He didn't call it deja vu, but he called it false memory. False memory, that's in the Latin, of course. He mentioned it in his writings in 400 AD. So clearly, the idea of deja vu is probably something that humans have experienced right from the get-go. It was French philosopher Émile Boirac, B-O-I-R-A-C, Boirac. Émile Boirac was the first to patent the term. He used it in a book in 1890. He specifically used the French term déjà vu. Let's see. The first use of the phrase in a scientific means was by F.L. Arnaud, a neurologist who proposed to its use at a meeting of the Société Médico-Psychologique. I guess they're French. That's terrible French, by the way. One of the reasons I didn't take French in school is I knew I just couldn't get my mouth to make those kinds of sounds. It is a very unusual language. Very unusual. I could probably learn German, no problem. Italian, no problem. I've got a pretty good command of Spanish, Castilian Spanish, by the way. The kind they speak in Spain, not Spanglish. But French, don't ask me to. Yeah, not me. Got the wrong guy. Early research showed promise for deja vu to be a sign that actually helped doctors diagnose epilepsy. But more recent research has shown it may be a matter of perception or memory. You might have deep-seated memories that you're able to call upon, and then when you do this, if it coincides with the real living moment that you're experiencing, in other words, what if in our consciousness we are able to transcend time, forward or backwards, and live a moment in our subconscious, and then at some point you go back to your consciousness, you wake up, you get up and wake up from your nap, wake up from your sleep, and as you're going through your day, you come across one of these moments and say to yourself, oh my God, I've done this before. It is really bizarre. I mean, I know for a fact, I can say, hands down, without question, I've experienced deja vu at least 24 times, probably more than that. But I've had a couple of really big ones, like that one I described to you, where I was missing something, and all of a sudden I remembered that, oh my God, I was in it, and then something guided me over to where I was supposed to go, and I just found what I was looking for, miraculously, without any effort whatsoever, like I already knew somehow where it was. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was so strange. So strange. How does deja vu happen? It is believed that deja vu may be the result of two different streams of awareness colliding. The experience of recognizing a current situation alongside the feeling that, wait, this is an inaccurate recollection. The key feature is that the person realizes, they realize that they have not actually seen this before. So, what happens when you realize that you haven't seen this before, but something inside of you says, dude, you've done this? How do you freaking explain it? Now, there are different types of deja vu. I found this to be unusual. Through the actual feeling of deja vu, though the actual feeling of deja vu is the same across people with healthy brains, it also happens to those with neurological conditions. Different things are happening in the brain during each of these types. Those who do experience it more regularly show less gray matter than those who don't. Gray matter is the outermost layer of the brain, and it is responsible for controlling movement, memory, and emotions. Typically, the more gray matter a brain has, the more effective it is. But strangely enough, people who have deja vu have less gray matter. Now, I may have had a fair amount of gray matter at one time, but I can tell you, the 70s were very, very bad to me. I did so many things. Do you know that when you get high or when you get drunk or when you get buzzed when you start feeling woozy, do you know what it is that makes you feel woozy? It is the destruction of your brain cells. It's kissing those brain cells goodbye. They're never going to work ever again. You are torching them for all time, never to be used for a thought or a memory ever again. It is the destruction of those brain cells that makes you feel all freaking. It's crazy. It's crazy. In those with neurological conditions, 3 parts of the brain are impacted: the hippocampus, the parahippocampal, gyrus, and the temporal neocortex, areas that are associated with forming and retaining memories. For those with epilepsy and deja vu, alterations in memory circuitry have been observed. Meanwhile, alterations in emotional circuitry are seen in healthy individuals experiencing deja vu. Now, that is really interesting. Deja vu is thought to be perhaps the abnormal signaling within the medial temporal lobe, which governs memory processing, and particularly with visual memories. The conditions that might experience more deja vu than those with a healthy brain include, now this is scary, okay? If you suffer from schizophrenia or epilepsy or anxiety or vascular dementia, you are a prime candidate for deja vu. I wonder if that's my problem. There are a number of other kinds of deja. Deja is simply the word that means already, okay? But there is a whole list. Deja entendu, you already heard something before. Deja éprouvé, you've already experienced something before. Deja fait, you've already done something before. There's a million of them. There's a whole million of them. What causes the deja vu feeling, though? This is the big one. It could be stress and fatigue. It could be excess dopamine. Now, I found this interesting. This came from a recent study. While anyone can experience deja vu, those who experience it multiple times share some characteristics according to research. It is usually people with high income, people who are well educated, people who are frequent travelers, those who have no problem remembering their dreams. Boy, I strike out there. I am terrible at remembering my dreams. Terrible. Those who are politically liberal, and there is an age group, 15 to 25. Those are the big ones. 15 to 25 is when you experience the most deja vu, and I have to say, my experiences of deja vu, and they're waning. It hasn't. It's been a minute, but I mean, I did have an experience here recently. When I say recently, I mean probably in the last 2 years. But I do recall when I was younger, man, I used to have deja vu moments all the time. I blamed it on the drugs. I love this. Should I see a doctor for deja vu? Come on, give me a freaking break. Now, there have been some interesting studies done. Really interesting studies done. As we mentioned, the phrase deja vu is borrowed from the French, and means already seen. Émile Biorac is the guy who first used it in writing, okay, in the late 1800s. There was some testing done. What are the names of these people? Hang on a second. I found this very fascinating. These two doctors got together and did a study with people, and they did hypnotic. They worked on them with hypnosis. They made them play a game. And then they hypnotized these people, and they had two separate control groups. Okay? Two separate control groups. One of the groups, they blanked the game out of their minds. They whatever moment of suggestion they were giving to these people that they hypnotized, they wiped their memory of these people playing this game. They wiped it clean from their memories. The other control group, let me see if I can find this, because this really, I found it fascinating. Where are they? Where are those doctors? Here it is. I found it. Two doctors, Bannister and Zangwill, in 1941, used hypnosis to give participants post-hypnotic amnesia for material that they'd already seen. When this was later re-encountered, the restricted activation caused thereafter by the post-hypnotic amnesia resulted in 3 of the 10 participants reporting what the authors called paramnesias. Let me get to the meat of the matter here, because I thought it was really, really interesting. Okay, so what they did, they gave these two control groups a puzzle. After completing the puzzle, each there was two groups, the PHA group and the PHF group, okay? Two separate groups. After completing the puzzle, each participant in the PHA group received post-hypnotic amnesia suggestion to forget the game via hypnosis. Then, each participant in the other group, the PHF group, was not given the puzzle, but received a post-hypnotic familiarity suggestion that they would feel familiar with this game during the hypnosis. After all the hypnosis, all the participants were asked to play the puzzle again, a second time, and reported the feelings of having played it before. In the PHA condition, if a participant reported no memory of completing the puzzle game during hypnosis, researchers scored that the participant was passing the suggestion. But in the PHF condition, if the participants reported that the puzzle game felt familiar, researchers scored the participant as passing the suggestion. It turned out that in both conditions, the two different groups, 5 participants passed the suggestion and 1 did not, which is 83% of the total sample. More participants in the PHF group felt a strong sense of familiarity, with comments like, "I think I may have done this several years ago." 3 of the 6 participants felt a sense of deja vu, and none of them experienced a strong sense of it. So these are the same findings that Bannister and Zangwill found. There really is some interesting research on deja vu out there. I've always enjoyed exploring things that just don't make sense to me. Deja vu is one of those things that, for whatever reason, it seems logical. I mean, it seems illogical in one sense, but it doesn't seem that wacky to me in the other sense, particularly after I have just had one of the moments. I just have to stop and say to myself, did I do this before? Have I been here before? It's a really bizarre happening, and I guess it happens to more people than not. Let's see. There's been several since the 40s. In 2010, there was another laboratory study of 2 contrast groups with carefully selected participants, again using post-hypnotic amnesia condition, and another one with just post-hypnotic familiarity condition. They have the 2 separate groups, and they find that even though the groups are completely different, they still come out with similar outcomes when it comes to deja vu. In spite of their meddling and trying to, disguise it, they still have some deep-seated memory regarding the issue being tested. I find this fascinating, Captain. It's crazy. It's something I would like to learn more about. Most definitely something that I would like to learn more about. Now, we are going to be coming back with your phone calls. I want to learn from you. I want to learn from you if you have ever had your mind blown by a unusual deja vu experience. I want to hear from you. We're going to open the phones. I want you to call in and share what kind of deja vu moments you've had, and tell me about them. Did it happen more when you were young? Did it happen less since you got older? Are you different? Did it freak you out? Have you ever had a moment that really freaked you out when you had a deja vu moment? That's what I want you to share with me. But we're going to do this right after one more little break, okay? One more teeny tiny break, and then we'll be back with a phone and your calls, and we'll get to the bottom of this damned deja vu thing, okay? We'll be back right after this. By the way, I don't want anybody to be offended. This is humor. This is Zoso's attempt at humor. If you get offended, there's something wrong with you.
This year marks the 50th anniversary of the 1975 Lincoln Continental. Created in a time when America's unrivaled car culture, which had dominated the globe for over 60 years, was just coming to a close, the Continental was a giant middle finger at the world that was now looking to save gas by bringing in imported cars promising 30-plus miles per gallon. With its boxed shape, laughing at the laws of aerodynamics, it lumbered through the atmosphere, requiring unbridled amounts of horsepower, averaging a mere 9 to 10 miles per gallon, that is, if it was going downhill with a tailwind. The most luxurious of all the Continentals was, of course, the White Privilege Edition, which boasted a 460 cubic inch mill blasting out an amazing 365 horsepower. It was the very height of American luxury for its time. With a top speed of 125 miles per hour, the 6,669-pound vehicle required disc brakes at all four wheels just to slow it down, a feature only seen on Ferraris and Jags of the day. Its creature comforts included things like opera windows, reading lights for every passenger, cigarette lighters in every corner of the vehicle, and a powered antenna for the radio that included the very latest innovation at the time, a cassette tape player. The dash, with its resplendent sumptuosity, featured real imitation burl wood. The driver could adjust both side mirrors right from the command console. With its four-note horn barking at passers-by, observers would merely stare at the rolling opulence of the White Privilege Edition as it went by, literally wishing that someday its utter lavishness could someday be their very own.
Yes, and in the ensuing video, I say that you have to be kind of an arrogant prick to drive one and that I fill the bill. So, that's just a moment of raw humor by your brother Zoe. I mean no offense to anybody. I just like to make people laugh once in a while. That's what I do. That's what I do. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Well, I see that
The truth.
hopefully no one's been offended. Looks like I still have most of the crew here. Let's take a moment and open the phone lines because I'd like to know if anyone here has a deja vu moment that they can share with us. Something that blew their mind. Something that really made them go, holy crap, did that happen to me before? Maybe it's better up there. Maybe it is better up there. I don't know. Anyway, all I do know is that I'm going to turn my phone on. Is it on? Yes. My phone is officially on. There is a number on your screen. And seriously, the show will end abruptly if we don't get a few phone calls about deja vu. So I invite you to call in and tell me whatever is on your mind, even if you think that my last attempt at humor was tasteless. I want to know that. Why, welcome aboard the mystery ship. Is this my brother, the Texan?
Well, of course it is.
Are you calling because you've been offended?
Oh, I'm very offended. I mean, I really am. I'm pissed off. Dude, what in the fuck is wrong with you? That damn thing, you know what that white privilege Lincoln is missing?
What's that?
Fucking Texas Longhorn.
Dude, I swear to God, I'm getting some. I am getting some for the front of that sumbitch.
Now, and the door handles should be, 6 shooters, 45 caliber, on each door handle,
Yeah, like the shifter in the old Mopars.
Yeah, right, dude. I tell you, that's fucking hilarious, dude. That is comedy gold right there.
just trying to get through the day, man. That's all I'm trying to do. Just.
Man, I tell you what, this once again an amazing topic you got. What an intriguing topic to think about. And I was sitting here thinking about it, and I'm like, What is okay? So deja vu. Now I've experienced deja vu many times in my life.
Have you really?
Oh yeah, especially when I was younger, like you were talking about. When I was in my 20s, man, deja vu. There was a strip joint in Dallas called Deja Vu, and every Saturday night my check would disappear there. And Sunday I'd wake up and go, "Son of a bitch, deja vu." You know, glitter. She done got me again. She done got me again.
Was there really a place called that?
Actually, there was.
Oh,
yeah, me and my buddies would go there, and our whole paycheck disappeared on Saturday night. So.
I'm guilty of the same. When I was 22, 23, I was so irresponsible with my money. I get paid Friday night. I was broke Saturday morning, man. It was just. I wonder, looking back, how I got through the week. How the hell did I get through the week? Dead broke.
No doubt.
Yeah, thumbing to work both ways. Man.
I can tell you what, I pay for Glitter's grandma's hip replacement and probably 2 houses and a motherfucking Lincoln with horns on the front of it. By the time I was done, I learned my lesson. But anyway, no. So the day on a serious note, on the deja vu thing, man, I have actually experienced that many times throughout my life, and I think that it's more like life patterns, is what we're experiencing when we experience deja vu. Premonitions are basically the same thing, but a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, premonitions, a strong hunch. Deja vu drops it down another gear,
Yeah, it's like, we as humans are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
And throughout, so much lifetime, these patterns reoccur, and I think that's got something to do with deja vu. I could be wrong, but a premonition is in that same category, but it's something you haven't experienced yet that's about to hit you right in the face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I have to agree with you. That's it is freaky, isn't it?
It is.
It is. For a second you sit there. I vividly remember this. Every time it happens to me, I'm always like taken aback for like 15 seconds, and I go, wait a minute. What? Did I dream that before? It is so real to me. It is. It's just bizarre. And I spend some time thinking about where do I remember this from, and I can never put my finger on it.
Well, it's kind of funny. You're talking about when you're younger, you have more deja vu moments than you do when you're older.
Yeah.
Okay, but when you get older, you do stupid shit like you get up out of your chair and you walk into the kitchen and go, "What the fuck did I come in here for?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, deja vu. There it is. That's right. I was going for a Dr. Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing. It's just little mind tricks, as you get older. But I think people confuse deja vu with premonitions, and I used to have a lot of premonitions when I was younger, and that kind of thing. But no, we're creatures of habit, and I think that's what deja vu more falls into the category of is just the patterns that we run throughout our life, and then so when we hit a certain point, then we realize, or a certain thing that's happening at that moment, it's like, I've been here before. Well, no shit. You've been to Walmart how many times in your fucking life? You lost your keys how many times in your fucking life? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That is a given. Thank God I don't do that shit anymore. Losing your keys, losing your wallet, or losing your phone. These are like 3 of the biggest annoyances you can go through at this stage of my life, anyway. Oh.
Yeah, it's like, okay, perfect thing of say, I don't know, deja vu. This would not be a premonition, but it would kind of fall in the category of deja vu. You're looking for your sunglasses, and you're looking for 30 fucking minutes for your sunglasses before you realize they're on top of your fucking head. You know what I'm saying?
I know the feeling well, buddy. I do.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
do.
saying, man. So, anyway. Oh, and by the way, you brought up that thing, and this is really serious because it's something I believed in for a very long time. You know, I'm a Christian. I love Jesus Christ, and God is the creator of this universe. And I believe that with all my heart. That you were talking about, drug use and everything, and how it affects the mind.
Yeah.
I believe honestly that the soul is in the human brain, because that's every aspect of how the body works. I mean, you can take my heart out and put me on a machine, right? And a machine can do the work for my heart to keep me alive. Wouldn't be much of a life, but I mean, they're good.
You would.
Kidneys,
Yeah.
kidneys, all this stuff and everything. But you remove the brain, the body don't work no more. There is no personality. There is no nothing there anymore. You see what I'm saying? I believe the soul lays in the brain. And when you screw with it with alcohol, like, yes, I do. But when you screw with it with alcohol and drugs and all this stuff, then you're actually screwing with God's creation.
I mean, you are. It's part of your temple. And, yeah, I mean, like all the tattoos I got and stuff, if I had it to do over again and I wasn't 20, like I paid a guy $20 to give me that. And I was 20 years old and I hid it from my dad for years. Yeah, why can't we get wise at a younger age? Why is it you don't get wise until you start hitting 50?
Yeah, I know, man. It's just an unfortunate thing, but it's the way it is,
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, man, good topic. Great show, man. I know.
Thank
you
you, my brother.
call
Thank you
in.
kindly.
I'm going to jump off here, Hall.
Always like hearing from you, man. Always like hearing from you. Have yourself a good evening, brother. Be safe out on the roads out there. Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Bye. My dear brother, the Texan, he's going to be back at freaking work tomorrow, people. That guy is a working son of a gun. They got him just busting his hump right now. I think I knew who we have on the phone. Is this my dear sister Purple Pixie?
Hey, what up?
How are you doing, kiddo?
Oh, I'm all right. I just finally got back on to where I can stream.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
Good
but
for you.
The thing is I'm having a little bit of a lag and a repeat problem, so I'm waiting for Uncle to get in contact. I already contacted Matt. I find it.
Okay.
But I talked to Spaz tonight, and we did some things. Spaz helped me. I got 2 monitors now.
Good.
Believe it or not,
Oh, my
I got
God.
2 fucking monitors.
That's the
And
best thing ever in the world, isn't it?
I'm telling you what. I went, and because I couldn't connect with OBS to Hills, I went out and I bought a brand new tower.
Wow.
And it has way more whatever I had, because I got a refurbished one.
Sure.
This one has...
It's probably got a badass graphics card that allows you to
I have a...
expand your horizons.
Intel i5. Intel Core i5. That's what I got.
Good for you, kiddo. Well, that's great news. That's great. Tell me, have you ever experienced deja vu?
A what?
Have you ever experienced deja vu?
Deja vu? Fuck, dude. I've had deja vu all my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Like regularly?
Well, honestly, probably for the past 10 years, I probably haven't. But prior to that, yeah, I did. It was like almost daily. And
wow.
The thing is, it's like, it's really weird because, like, my mom died when I was 6, okay? And my sister is 4 years older than me.
Okay.
So she was 10. And I don't really remember my mom or, shit that happened in my past life, but there's things that pop into my head, and I have to ask her. I'm like, did this really happen, or is this just something made up in my head?
You ask your older sister, and then she validates
yeah.
your thoughts, and you're like,
Yeah,
whoa.
and then there's other times when it's like, no, I don't remember that. So I'm thinking that it's just something that was made up. It's weird. And I think that, if my mom had not been killed, I think that I might be a different person. But then again, I don't know. I am who I am, and it's all good.
Well, we like you. We like you just the way you are.
Oh, well, thank you so much. But I experienced deja vu quite a lot, but I haven't lately in a long time because I think I'm happy. The happiest I've ever been in my life.
Good for you.
And I have not had any kind of deja vu, nothing for so long.
It's funny that you say that because one of the articles I didn't get to that part, but they say that deja vu happens to people who are experiencing stress and fatigue and excess dopamine. Those hits you get. That. So when you're living a clean, healthy lifestyle, you shouldn't necessarily be experiencing deja vu. So it just means you're doing great, kiddo. That's what it means.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. The thing is the best thing that ever happened to us is when his cousin got the hell out of here.
Life got better for you guys?
Oh. Damn, he's still fucking with us, but, he's in Michigan again, because my girlfriend was, next door. She was, seeing him, and he stayed over there for a little while when, he decided he wanted to move out, and his Xanax was way more important than family and job. So he went over there, and he wanted to go back to Michigan, so she bought him a one-way ticket back and then back.
Well.
The thing is, it's really cool because she had been talking to him, and she was talking to me about when she was going to go down, and she was going to pick him back up in January. And bring him back down here to live with her. Yeah,
you should probably leave well enough alone, huh?
Yeah, well, what happened was he was living with some chick, and all of a sudden he blocked Lori.
Yeah.
My girlfriend next door, and she said, fuck his ass, I ain't going to get him. And she's done with him. She's got him blocked on everything.
Well.
I told her, I said, baby girl, that's the best thing you can do because that motherfucker is nothing but conniving, using, and he talked to my sister the other night, right? I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done ranting.
I was going to say we're starting to stray a little bit from the subject, darling, but I do appreciate your call. I really do.
No, I understand that, and I'm taking up so much time talking about right. But I love to talk. Sorry, I'm a chatty Cathy.
It's all good, baby.
All right.
I always appreciate your call. Thanks so much.
Give somebody else some time. I'm so sorry. I love you guys.
Talk to you soon.
Hopefully I can do Saturday after
there you go. After the mystery show.
Yeah.
There you go.
I just need some help, and I'm hoping he'll call me later.
Sounds good.
Bye-bye, babe.
Talk to you soon. Our friend Purple Pixie checking in. She experienced deja vu quite a bit when she was younger, which is what the research shows. From the ages of 15 to 25 is when most people, that's the height of people experiencing deja vu. And although I have to admit, although it does still happen to me upon occasion, it's nowhere near as prevalent as it was when I was younger. I recall it being, those oh shit moments, those were, it's just like a slap upside the head. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, I'm looking at the clock, and it is, folks, it's getting on towards the later part of the evening, especially for those of you back east. So I think I'm just going to bow out gracefully this evening. Just kind of sneak on out of here. You know what I mean? Sneak on out of here. Let me clear this from the screen. I want to remind all of you one more time that this coming Friday, this coming Friday, will be the 500th sailing of the mystery ship. Please come and join us. Come and join us if you would. I would greatly appreciate seeing your smiling faces. It would be great. 7 p.m. Pacific time. I want to take one more second to ask us to pray for someone important. And that is our brother, Gary Flessner. I was speaking with our friend Goober yesterday, C.O. Goober, and she told me that Gary, who last time I chatted with him was his spirits were up. He was really enjoying the new place that he had found, that they found him. And he said his physical therapy was going well and that things were looking up. The food was better. It was overall a much, much better experience for him. Apparently he's not thrilled anymore. I don't know exactly what he's going through. I'm going to reach out and call him and find out what's going on with him. But I do know that he's the only one who can get himself out of this current situation. The sooner that he strengthens his body, gets at least some use out of his other arm. He's only got the use of one arm now, but he needs both arms to, pull himself up on a walker and be able to walk across the bedroom, the room to the restroom so he can be self-sufficient. The sooner that happens for him, the sooner he can go home. So, folks, pray for our dear brother Gary. Pray that God gives him the strength to keep fighting, because he is as tenacious as they come. He really is. But I think he needs a helping hand right now. And I'll tell you what, the power of prayer is one of the most powerful things in the world. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. The power in it is amazing. It'll change the world. All right, I'm going to take a second, and I'm going to share the love. By sharing the love, I think you know what I'm talking about over there. I think you do. I think you do. Let's do something like this. All right. I just put a little something in the treasure chest. Now, I want to say something to you guys over at DLive. There is a chart that pops up, and it shows the top 5 people. But the fact is, they give out lemons to more than just the top 5. So right now, I want you to go over to the upper left-hand corner of your DLive page and check your lemon balance. Check your lemon balance right now, because you might come in 7th or 8th. You might not be, the recipient of, say, 175 lemons, but you might get something like 25 or 39, because right now it says that I'm about to give away a total of 792.9 lemons. And after I distribute these rewards and the top 5 come up, you're going to see, if you add up those numbers, it's nowhere near 793.7. So check your tabs. You might come in 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th. Anyway, the lemons are coming at you right now. Yes, they are. All right, I'm going to release the scratching over there at Pilled Foxhole. That is also a very cool thing. It's like a lottery ticket, your own personal lottery ticket that you can scratch off and win yourself some gold pills. A huge thank you to the wonderful people who donated to this program tonight. I'm going to shout out some wonderful names. Holy Hannah, Girl Patriot, Ginger 45, L257, Porpoiseful, Girl Patriot, Due Diligence. Thank you, my friends. Thank you, my friends, for your support of this program. It is wonderful. I see people winning some gold pills right now, so that is great. Look at this. Look at this. Jayla makes it back to the top of the list. Val Kimber, is on the list, people. That is wonderful. Gloria Paddock is there. Sleeping Stars and Amethyst Cat. Here, get it. So add those up real fast. There's 300, 379, roughly four. So yeah, there's an additional like 300 lemons not shown. So hopefully some of you people won some lemons. Uncensored Abe, thank you, my brother. Greatly appreciated. Val Kimber, thank you. Bad Zoot, thank you. Video Demon Slayer. Gloria Paddock, what could I possibly say? Sleeping Stars, Syllabore, Jayla, Willie Fix-It. Thank all of you guys. Amethyst Cat, all of you. Elfida, the elf on the shelf. Thank all of you for your support of this program. It means the world to me, folks. You are the best. My next show will be my 500th episode. I hope to see you then. I'm going to give away all kinds of good stuff this Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific. Join me, please, for the 500th episode of The Mystery Ship. The 500th freaking episode of The Mystery Ship. It's sure to be a lovely sail. I really hope you will join us. I really, really, really hope you will join us. Let me get back over to here. I know what I'm going to do. I'll just go over here. I'll go over here. This is... Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do this one. Let me make a little adjustment here. Need to find out where that is. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. I think that's going to work. Let me get this queued up perfectly. All right. There we go. All right, my friends. I hope to see you on Friday. I'm going to say an early goodbye to my friends over at YouTube. I greatly appreciate you being there. Thank you, Norma Williams, Mud Rabbit, Dragon Sage, Daniel NLN. I saw Eric Rommel out there. Good to see you. It is wonderful to have you guys aboard the Mystery Ship. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Daniel NLN, James Halloran, Rita, all of you. Thanks for hanging out on the ship this evening. I want to play a little music on my way out, and YouTube frowns on that, so I'm going to have to say goodbye to you guys early. Don't take it personally. I love you lots. I hope to see you Friday. Have a great rest of your week over there at YouTube. Say goodbye. Say goodnight, Dick. Good night, Dick. I'm going to pull the plug on YouTube. Here we go. Good night now. There it is.